Okay, it's chest day, and this is essentially just my warm up. I've got 40 pounds. I'm pressing. I typically don't do static stretching or even dynamic stretching or any of that before I work out. I don't do cardio before I work out. Basically, I just take fairly light weight and do more or less a set sort of to failure. I switched over to flies now. I mean, I'm just prepping my chest um, to handle the real weight that will be coming throughout this workout. Okay, so basically what I did, or what I'm doing today, is I started with dips. I'm using this station here to sort of pre-exhaust my chest and kind of wake up my arms and shoulders and just sort of get ready. This is just another warm up. I consider body weight warm up weight, pull ups, dips, which is it's about all I do that involves body weight. Okay, so you know these videos kind of get put together in smaller clips because it's really difficult to get an entire set in one shot. Although this video does have it. As a matter of fact, I think this is the first full set. So I start with the dips as kind of a pre-exhaust because I'm going in the direction of the press. Sometimes I start with the press and then go for isolation, but today it's do the isolation and then go for the press. So I end up, I had the 40s. I think now I'm at 60. And so now I'm working. I mean, these are working sets. The dips, the presses, and then what's going to follow that because my routines don't necessarily consist of just the muscle group that I happen to be working on. Today it happens to be chest. But it's hard to find the time to do calf work and ab work, and so the best time to really do it is to just blend it in with your other routines. And you could stagger it every other day. You could do abs with a workout, then do calves with a workout. Then do abs with a workout, then calves with a workout. Day after day after day. Because if you're not working your calves and your abs more than you do your other muscle groups, you're probably not getting the kind of progress out of it that you really want. I this is just one ab movement of many that I do, but it is really just a decline crunch, and I've got a 25-pound plate, and I try to keep the tension on the abs the whole time. I mean, obviously at the bottom of that movement, before I start up again, I probably am not really holding much tension or weight. Um, but the idea is not so much to curl or sit up as it is to push my shoulders up off, to tighten my abdominals and push my shoulders up off that bench. And I don't, with this kind of stuff, calves and and abs, I don't count. There's no point in counting. You do it to failure. This stuff you do until you just can't do it anymore. There is no 10 or 15 or 20. It's whatever you can get. All right, so this is the last part of chest day. It's calf raises. I mean, today, on this particular, I really haven't felt like I've gotten put enough time in on my calves, my abs, or at least put as much time as I should. So I'm trying to be more consistent about putting them in my routines. And in this particular case, I'm doing both. I just happen to, it's just the finish. So it's dips, and then it's a chest press, and then it's the crunches, and then it's calf raises. So, I'm working more than just my chest, but there's a purpose and a point to it, and really you're getting, you add those two exercises to any standard routine, and I'm doing all four of these essentially without really much rest or pausing in between. It's finished. It's exercise, onto the next, onto the next, onto the next, then break, and now this would be considered the beginning of another set, a giant set, because it's four different movements put together and done consecutively without really that much time of, like I said, pausing or resting in between. So try dips to failure. I mean, I just do them until I can't do them anymore. I go up 10 pounds on the dumbbells. I don't normally go up by fives, but yeah, I mean, sometimes it just depends. But 10 pounds on a jump is what I would consider standard for, because 6 sets and you start at 60 pounds and you're at 120 pounds. That's a lot of work. So I pick these up. I've done the dips, and now I'm gonna press this out until I can't press anymore. And then I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna go right over to the decline bench. I'm gonna do as many crunches as I can. Get up, go back over to the leg press, do as many calf raises as I can, and then I'll stop long enough to catch my breath. Because the heavier the weight gets, the quicker the oxygen deprivation, and it gets more difficult to. Well, you're pushing more weight, you're pushing harder, and you're more exhausted. So it's more effort. It just requires more effort, more mental focus. It's all mental focus anyway. I've got the mirrors in there, but there are many times I don't really look at them. As a matter of fact, if you watch, there are a lot of times I am not even facing the mirror. Don't look at the mirror at all, because it's a distraction. Sometimes I need to be paying more attention to what I'm doing, and what I've got in my hands, what I'm trying to accomplish, rather than staring at myself in the mirror just to see what I look like, because I believe me, I know what I look like. So anyway, I drop the weight there, and try and just push out as many more as I can get without the weight, because it still feels like it's sitting there. I've been trying to perfect that pose. If I could just get my legs to cut up. Okay, well, on to the finish. The calf raises. I read somewhere, I think I already said this once, but I read somewhere that to do them barefoot is the Arnold Schwarzenegger way. So I'm in my own house, so I don't have to wear shoes if I don't want to. So I'm doing them barefoot, and it has a better feel to it. It's kind of hard on your feet, but you can feel the range of motion better without your shoes on. Yeah, to me, I can push up further. It's just more comfortable, it seems. More effective, I suppose. Okay, well, now we're up to 80. And I think what I've done at this point is I didn't do the dips. I'm pretty sure that I skipped it. I may have done it. Can't even remember now. But once I get to a certain point, if you're not, if my form, if I can't even handle my body weight, correctly, then I probably need to stop. And there is a point where you can reach and overtrain, push too hard, and it's as bad as not doing enough. Sometimes you don't recover. If you push so hard that you continue not to recover, you will start going backwards. 80 pounds for me anymore is a lot. It used to be nothing. It used to be the beginning of a set. Now it is pushing the end. Okay, well now this is the whole stat. This is 90, and this is the last set, the last press set. And the end of the routine. So I'm not sure I got the whole thing. Let's see how many do we get? I'll call that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, it's starting to hurt. 7, 8. I manages 9 at 90 pounds at the end of the routine. Anyway, there's my chest routine.